She had just moved home to start over. 2 months later, she was gone.
It's your girl, Mrs. Tony Two Times, and I'm back with another episode of Hood Tales. In this video, let's take it to Chicago, Illinois, to discuss the case where a mother's life was stolen in broad daylight in front of her children by a man she just started dating. But before we get into this video, please hit that like button. Also, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already and join the Tony Two Times family. Tap that notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. Also, this video is sponsored by me, Mrs. Tony Two Times, and my YouTube channel. Make sure you check it out and support me. I'll leave the link to it in the description box. And be sure to share this video with everyone you know. Stay tuned until the end to hear all the details. All right, let's get into it. At the beginning of summer 2013, after growing up and spending most of her life in Kansas City, Missouri, 30-year-old Georgina Randall returned to her childhood neighborhood in Chicago's Lawndale community, hopeful about a fresh start for herself and her two young children. She planned to go back to school to study criminal justice and build a safer, more stable life. But just 2 months after moving home, that dream ended in unimaginable tragedy. Georgina, known lovingly by her nickname Gigi, had recently begun dating a man named Wynton Collins. He was a 28-year-old security guard working for a private firm contracted by the Chicago Housing Authority. He lived with his grandmother on the same block where Georgina's cousin lived in Chicago's North Lawndale neighborhood. The relationship was barely a month old, but family members had already noticed red flags. According to Georgina's cousin, Wynton constantly called her and watched her from his house down the street. He was possessive and insecure. Georgina had started to pull away. She ultimately ended the relationship, but Wynton wasn't letting go. On July 8, 2013, Georgina and her children were visiting her cousin's home on the 1600 block of South Drake Avenue. Just before 5:30 p.m., she was sitting on the front porch when Wynton showed up and confronted her. He asked her to go to the bank with him, but Georgina refused. That led to a verbal argument. The confrontation was not loud. Witnesses say they exchanged only a few words. Then, Wynton pulled out a firearm. Wynton fired at Georgina multiple times, striking her twice in the arm, twice in the chest, and once in the torso. Her 4-year-old son screamed for him to stop. He even threw a toy at Wynton to protect his mother. Wynton entered the yard, shoved the boy aside, reloaded, and fired at Georgina again. Georgina was rushed to Mount Sinai Hospital, where she succumbed to her injuries at 5:44 p.m. Her children, just 4 and 7 years old, had witnessed it all. Wynton fled to a friend's home in Bellwood, reportedly confessing that he had shot his girlfriend and needed a place to hide. The friend called police. The woman told police she saw Wynton hide the weapon. A loaded 9mm was found in her backyard. After an hours-long search involving SWAT, Wynton was later arrested by Bellwood police and charged with first-degree hit. During his trial, Wynton's attorney emphasized his lack of criminal record and his education, a graduate of Orr Academy High School and Wright College. But those facts could not outweigh the brutal nature of the crime. In 2016, Wynton Collins was sentenced to 55 years in prison. May Georgina continue to rest in peace. My belated condolences to her family and loved ones, especially her children. Georgina's passing devastated her family. Around the time she lost her life, they had been planning a reunion in Chicago. Now, it would have been held in her memory. She touched so many people, her cousin said. It will be empty without her. If you or someone you know is experiencing any form of DV, please seek help. You are not alone. Georgina's cousin tried to warn her about Winton, but I guess she wanted to see for herself. And once she started noticing the red flags, she ended things. But by that time, Winton's obsession mixed with his controlling behavior had reached its peak. Sadly, some people fall too hard, too quickly, and they become fixated, and rarely anything can change that. It's truly a sad situation, and one where you can only wonder what Georgina could have done more to get away from this man. Should Georgina have heeded her cousin's warning? Yes, maybe, but hindsight is 20/20. I really don't think she knew how far he was willing to take it. Winton clearly had some serious issues. What he did was absolutely evil. This story is a heartbreaking reminder that early signs of possessiveness and control can escalate into someone losing their life. Georgina Randall had dreams, plans, and a future. In sharing her story, I hope to honor her memory and to raise awareness about the silent dangers many may face behind closed doors in their relationships, even if the relationship is fairly new. Again, may Georgina rest in peace. Fam, I'm going to leave the rest up to you. Let me know your thoughts on this tragic situation in the comment section below. All right, fam, that's it for this episode of Hood Tales. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is your girl, Mrs. Tony 2 Times. Until next time.